Hey guys, welcome to the first ever ranking or standings review for the MFL. And right before we get right before we start with this, I'm going to do a new show. It's going to be a weekly show. I don't know what day it will be, but it will be called the MFL today, with just MFL news. That will start next week. And let's get to the ranking review. So, coming in at number 4, it's probably no surprise really who it is. It's the Ashton City Rockets at 0-2. And I told Sports Game the standings earlier, but I changed them up because of a new rule. Rule I have. And then coming in at number 3, we have the former runner-up in the Mind-Based Seahawks at 1-1. And then at number 2, we have the East Mind-Based Blaze at 1-1. So that means the Newman Wolfpack will be number 1 with a 2-0 record. And, wow, get this. The Braves and the Cubs are playing a game that was rained out in May, and it's actually now raining again. So, let me show you the stuff that I did. So we have the points scored and the points given up. Newman, who's number 1, has outscored their opponents 59-52. I think that is the biggest gap by a team who is beating their opponents. Mindbake is only beating their opponents by 4, 35-31. And then East Mindbake is actually losing 73-76. Even though they're the number 2 ranked team in the country. And then Ashton City is being outscored 56-48. And so then we have strength of schedule. And as you see, pretty much the clear winner would be Newman. And here we have strength of schedule by the week. So the key is an A equals 3 points, B equals 2 points, and a C equals 1 point. So Newman, they have a B in each week, so that would be 4 points total. And then right now the total average of points is actually 2, because they're averaging a B both times. And I'm gonna also reveal the projected week 3 strength of schedule for these teams, because I did week 2, even though week 2 has not been played yet, based on the rankings heading into that week. So Newman's first off, Newman gets a B potential because in week 1 they did play Mindbake, defending champion, but they they played Mindbake, but they're the number 3 team in the country now. And they also played East Mindbake, who is now the number 2 team in the country. So they played the middle 2 teams. And so that's why they get a B potential. And then in week 2, as you see now, they're heading into the week as the number 1 team overall. And they are playing Ashton City, and then they're playing Mindbake again. So Mindbake actually elevating it from a C up to a B because they were the defending runners-up. So, and then if week 3, the projection is actually 3-1 for Newman heading into that week, and they'll play Ashton City, who is projected to not have a win, and then they are playing East Mindbake again. So Newman is again actually projected to have a B. So the projected total average is going to be a 2 strength of schedule, which can end up hurting them in the future. Now East Mindbake, this is where it gets a little odd. In week 1, they do have a B potential because they played Ashton City. They scored 49 points against a new team, but then they gave up 48 points. And then they had a good outing against Newman, which gave them a B. And then in week 2, they get a C because they're playing the bottom 2 teams in the country. They're playing Mindbank and they're playing Ashland City. So that's why they get a C. And also part of that is they gave up 48 points to Ashland City. So that's part of the projection. And the projected strength of schedule for week number 3 for them, they will play Newman and Mindbank, so they will play arguably the two toughest teams to face because they've given up the least amount of points. So they will get an A strength of schedule for that. So they will go BCA because of the projections heading into week number 3. And then Mindbank, they have a B and an A, and they got a B in week 1 because they played Newman, which, defending champ, so you're going to get a high grade. So they were at an A, but then they played Ashland City, which brought them down to a B. And also in that game, Ashland City got ejected from the game. Ejected for arguing. First time ever that's happened in the MFL. So then the next week, they're coming in with in week 2, coming in with a number 3 ranking, but then they're playing the top 2 teams in the league, which is East Mindbank and Newman. So they get an A, and then they're projected week 3 will be a B as well, because that week they will play East Mindbank and Ashland City. And so here is the crazy part. Ashland City has the best strength of schedule in the entire league, but they are the worst team. And here's why. In week 1, they played Mindbank, okay? And they played East Mindbank, which both teams are relatively good. And then considering that they got never mind. No, that's not. But they get an A for the first week because they would have gotten an A no matter what. And then week 2, they're getting an A again because they are playing East Mindbank and Newman. So they're playing the top 2 teams. And then they're projected heading in to week number 3. They will either have 1 loss or 1 win. And in that week, they're playing Mindbank and they're playing Newman again. So they will get a B potential going into that week. And so there you go. There is the mathematical thing beyond the schedules. And also I did the math for the stadiums today, and if I can find the numbers right here, McIntyre Stadium, Mindbank Stadium seats 3,618 seats, okay? And then Newman, Emerald Bank Stadium, 8,279 seats. So that is it, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed. And I will see y'all next week with week number 2 of the MFL.